Southern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News at 11.
Good evening, I'm Steve Hensley. We begin tonight with breaking news in Southern Kentucky. State police say a McCreary County Sheriff's deputy was shot tonight. He was flown to the University of Tennessee Medical Center. His condition is unknown. A suspect is in custody. Names have not been released. We are told this happened off Lick Creek Road just after 8 o'clock tonight. The deputy was responding to a domestic call when he was shot. No other information is being released right now, but we will continue to update this story here and on WYMT.com. Days after a murder involving two of its residents, the Hope House in Hazard is temporarily closed. This comes after police say several threats were made towards staff, residents, and President Ben Fugit. The threats included physical violence and that the facility should be burned. Police say they have already talked to some of the people that made the threats and charges are possible. Police and city officials decided it was best to relocate people staying at the Hope House for their safety.
We do take threats seriously, and our plan of action is to prosecute people that are making these threats. This is a tragic event that has happened in our community, and everyone is kind of taken aback from it, and we're just trying to keep everything under control.
Police say people making the threats could be charged with terroristic threatening. It's not known when the Hope House could reopen. Residents are expected to stay in Jessamine County until police and city officials decide it is safe for them to return. We also learned today that Marlena Holland's death was the result of being stabbed. Investigators say this man, Anthony Lewis, killed Holland. It's believed they met at the Hope House. He is now behind bars and has a long criminal history. And new tonight, we've learned a candlelight vigil is planned for Marlena Holland Friday night at Bobby Davis Park, where her body was found. It begins at 8:30. Kentucky State Police issued a warrant for a man in connection with a Pike County deadly shooting. Troopers believe this man, 37-year-old Charles Ray Blevins, shot and killed a man earlier this month. The shooting happened near a park in South Williamson. Trooper William Petrie says they believe Blevins is dangerous.
Well, if someone has already committed this act, they may be willing to hurt someone else to get free.
The warrant is for murder and possession of a handgun by a convicted felon. If you have any information about Charles Blevins, you should call Kentucky State Police at 606-433-7711. A Central Kentucky community can finally say goodbye to Savannah Spurlock. Her body was discovered last week buried in the back of a Garrett County home. She'd been missing for more than 6 months. Her visitation tonight drew hundreds from all around the area. They came to say their final goodbyes to the girl everyone called the life of a party.
Everyone remembers her family and that they teach, her babies how she was.
Family members tell us they will say their final goodbyes to Savannah during a private funeral. A North Carolina man is behind bars after deputies say he was found naked outside a Laurel County business. Officials say they found this man, William Casey, wearing nothing but tennis shoes around 10:30 this morning. Casey told deputies he was high on GHB and did not know why he was naked or how he got there. He now faces several charges. Casey was taken to the Laurel County Corrections Center. One Black Jewel miner says the day he had a head scan for a brain tumor is the same day Black Jewel withdrew paychecks from employees' bank accounts. Tony Saylor says he had been having dizziness while on the job at Black Jewel. He says he finally went to see a doctor on June 27th, where they found a large tumor on his brain. Only days later, his latest paycheck was withdrawn from his account, all the while not knowing if the tumor was malignant. However, he says he is more worried about his friends going back to work.
Right now, I hope they all get jobs first. I'm hoping to recover and everything goes good for me. I wish they all had jobs, they all work. They all need it.
Saylor says he does not know if his Black Jewel insurance will cover his medical expenses, but he does have a second insurance plan. After some controversy, state officials have pulled a proposed ban on certain tattoos. That proposal would have banned tattooing over freshly scarred skin. WYMT's Emily Bennett went to a tattoo shop in Hazard to talk to a woman who's turning her scars into a piece of art.
Years of self-harm.
Eventually the scars pile up, and now I just want them gone because it reminds me of a bad time in my life.
But she always knew she wanted to turn them into art.
Even like during, I knew like once I got over everything, like once I got over it and built my self-confidence back up, I just wanted to get them all taken care of because I always wanted it to be over with. So this takes care of that.
And to think that could have been taken away.
Why are the people telling me what I can put on my body? Like, it's my business. Like, they don't know what I've been through. Like, it's not their say.
Kaylee Bloomfield says this makes her life a lot easier.
I can finally live my life without 20 people a day asking me what happened and what I did.
Tattoo artist Draven Gayhard says the reaction is worth it.
Any tattoo you do is great when you see the client's reaction when they love it. But when you take something that they're living with and it's either a bad memory or a painful time and you can camouflage that or disguise it, the reaction is priceless.
And what will she think when she looks at it?
It means I'm in a better place. It means that I've overcame everything in my life that was bad. And so that's just amazing, and I'm so proud of myself. So to finally just show that I'm there and I've made it, it just means a lot.
A symbol of never giving up. In Perry County, Emily Bennett, WYMT Mountain News.
Now that proposal still updates the disinfectant and equipment sterilization process as well as parental consent.
Overall, it's a pretty beautiful day here in the mountains, definitely on the hot to humid side, and some of us even saw a few of those rain chances. As we look onto Interstate 64 in Moorhead, they dealt with a few more of those clouds just because they saw a few little rain chances this afternoon, but definitely cooled them off quite a bit. There it is on satellite radar, just a few of those pop-up showers and storms at times. None were on the severe side, but definitely some heavy downpours at times. As we scan the skies now, we're actually looking at another round of showers and storms starting to move into parts of Rowan County, into Moorhead areas along I-64. It's moving through parts of actually Menifee County and Bath County now, and so that'll be moving into parts of Rowan County here in the next little bit, and we're even seeing a little bit of a pop-up moving out of Laurel a little bit into Clay County as well. Temperatures are kind of all over the place. You'll notice those lower 70s to mid 70s, some spots still in the 80s if you're looking into parts of Prestonsburg, Logan, even London still a warm spot at 80 degrees. Really, all of us will only be dropping into about the lower 70s tonight. We are going to hang on to those isolated chances, only about a 20%, as we just saw a little bit of a pop-up a minute ago. We'll continue to see that, but rain chances do increase as Barry arrives tomorrow, but then those hot temperatures also return, and as more rain on the way. I'll have a look at that full forecast coming up in just a few short minutes. Steve.
All right, Paige, thank you. A Knott County mother died during childbirth Sunday. Morgan Hall died from complications related to HELLP syndrome. It's a rare pregnancy complication. One woman who went to school with Morgan organized a fundraiser to help the family. Their goal was $2,000, and they've already exceeded that.
It's sad, but that's when people seem to come together most, is when tragedies like this happen.
All the funds will go to funeral expenses. The rest will go to help the family who's still at UK Hospital with their newborn Noah. There's a celebration of life service for Morgan Hall at Heinemann Funeral Services tomorrow from 5 until 9 p.m. Nearly 25 years ago, 26-year-old Roland Lucas went missing while hiking near the Letcher-Perry County line. His family believes he's somewhere around the Little Shepherd Trail, possibly near an Indian burial site. His two sisters are offering a $10,000 reward for any information leading to his location.
I mean, we've all been through it. My sister stayed in the mountains from daylight till dark looking for his body. I mean, come on, guys. Please let us know something.
The family is only offering that reward for the next 30 days. If you have any information, you're asked to contact your local police department. It could spell trouble for a highly touted industrial project in northeastern Kentucky. Brady Industries says it has about 4 months to raise $300 million as the work to build an aluminum mill near Ashland continues. If they miss the deadline, a major investor could divest $200 million out of the $1.7 billion project. Legislators will gavel in for a special session Friday at 8 a.m. Governor Matt Bevin called for the session earlier this week. That session will address the pension contribution rate that earlier this month jumped from 49% to 84%. That rate affects quasi-governmental agencies, including regional universities, health departments, domestic violence shelters, and community health centers. Local legislators have differing views on how to address the issue, but are hoping for a positive result.
I hope that we'll do right by the citizens of Kentucky and by the quasi-governmental agencies and health departments employees and give them what they were promised and what they're owed.
I walk away knowing that we have taken a very important vote that will bring some stability and comfort to those people that are trapped in this situation, and that'll be the resolve of us being able to get this session out of the way.
Democrats released a plan of their own to address the concerns last week, while Governor Bevin released his plan earlier in the year. It is unknown how long the special session might last. A recent internet scam has created a stir in the region amid rumors that a Guns N' Roses concert was making its way to the Appalachian Wireless Arena in Pikeville. Marketing Director Josh Kessler said the arena has received calls and messages regarding the supposed concert, saying tickets are available for purchase online. Kessler said the concert is not being held in Pikeville, adding that any concert at the arena would be announced from the marketing team directly. He said the concert tickets in question were being sold on a website unfamiliar to the staff. He added that all online tickets for the arena shows go through Ticketmaster, so that is one way to be sure to avoid a scam in the future.
But someone overseas or whatever thought they could make some money off of people who don't know that. And hopefully they didn't. We're getting all this information out to folks. Do not buy tickets. It is a scam.
Kessler said to contact the Appalachian Wireless Arena or go to their website if you have questions about their upcoming shows. The Pike County Fiscal Court is working with the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers to clean up Fish Trap Lake. The project is funded by a more than $125,000 grant from the Department of Local Government. Monday kicked off phase 2 of the 4-phase cleanup. County officials say the mission is to bring tourism to the area.
It's just a good place to come and spend the weekend, and if you got boat, fishing, whatever, we want everybody to come out and join the.
Phase 1 of the project took place in May, and the 2 remaining phases are planned for later this year. A building that's been unoccupied for more than a decade is becoming the new art station in downtown Hazard. The Appalachian Arts Alliance has started construction with a new roof, windows, and a gutter that are already in place. Downtown Coordinator Bailey Richards says the building will allow more consistency in its programs. It also gives them space to add a commercial kitchen for pop-up restaurants. But they need your help.
To support this work, we are doing a capital campaign. So we are selling naming rights to several of the rooms in the building and some of the different areas. And so we're hoping to raise $50,000 by the end of 2019.
To fund the next phase of construction, they need to raise $25,000 by the end of July. Another organization will match the amount if they reach their goal. You can go to AppalachianArtsAlliance.org to donate. Coming up on Mountain News at 11, today marks 50 years since astronauts began a journey to the moon. How one University of Kentucky grad is tied to the celebrations.
And rain chances increase Wednesday as the remnants of Barry move into the mountains. I'll have a look at that full forecast coming up.